Hi, and welcome to the first installment of A Girl with Things to Say. My name is Ashanti, and yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Um, this first podcast won't be a video podcast because I am currently in the middle of finishing up my proposal for my college thesis because I am a college girl, but I still wanted to say some things for this first week. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get into it. I wanted this first episode to sort of be kind of chill, kind of just talking, throwing things into the void. I think that's what it's gonna be called, into the void, because I just want to get this first episode out there. So this is what we're gonna do. So yeah, I kind of want to talk about kind of my week so far. It's only Monday, but it's been a roller coaster, if I'd say so myself. I recently got an acceptance into a job that I really think I'm going to take because it opens a lot of doors for me in the future that I really want to go into. So a little background on me, who I am. I My name is Ashanti. I'm 22 years old. I'm in college. I've been trying to decide whether or not I want to talk about what school I go to, being that it's going to be one of the topics that I talk about later on in my podcast, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So for this first episode, you just know that I'm in college, obviously, because it's called A College Girl with Things to Say. So I'm in college, but I'm a history major. Yep, I'm a history major. I know you're like, what? But honestly, it's not even that bad. It's actually really, really fun. Because for the most part, I get to just do whatever I want and talk about whatever I want. Just gotta have the stuff to back it up. So, you know, one of my cats just came on my bed. Hello. Hi. You may hear her. But yeah. So I'm a history major. I study the black family and marriage in Louisiana. Don't ask me why in Louisiana. I just picked it. Well, I know why in Louisiana, but I didn't want to do my hometown. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I didn't want to do my hometown because I feel like everybody just cops out and does where they're from. But I was like, no, let's explore a new place because I'm very big on being everywhere but New York. That's going to be a recurring theme in this. Me just talking about how much I hate my city. I don't hate my city. It's not the worst. It's not the best. But, what are we going to do? So, yeah, history major, black family and marriage is what I do. That's my area of expertise. And I'm writing the proposal for my thesis that I write next semester. I'm a Pisces. My birthday is in March. March 16th to be exact, at 3:16. Oh, no, it's not 3:16. It's 3:16 on 1:16. Sorry. So, yeah, I was born at 1:16. And, yeah. What to talk about? One of my friends told me to talk about dating in Atlanta. I was like, girl, you got the wrong one. Well, I guess I can talk about college life. That was what I originally wanted to talk about. So college life for me is very interesting. I'm very much so an introverted extrovert, so I don't really like to go out a lot except for when it's with people that I actually know and actually care about. That sounds really harsh, but you'll also know why I say that in the episodes to come. But yeah, so I only like to go out on certain occasions. Um, it's honestly really draining. Okay, let's talk about that. Going out in college. Also, yes, we're going to talk about this because it was just Halloween and I didn't go anywhere. But a lot of people that I know did. So let's talk about it. Let's unpack that for a second. Going out in college is the most exhausting thing you could ever do. First of all, there's always like a fashion show in the back of your head. You have to always think about the fashion show that's about to go on. So you literally go into your closet. You're like, I don't have anything to wear to this. I don't even have a shirt, a t-shirt, a pair of jeans. I have nothing. Because you want to know what? Every party that you go to in college is a fashion show. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is definitely a fashion show. And it's exhausting, and I hate it. So that's one of the reasons why I don't go to parties. With that, too, you have to think about constantly buying clothes, spending money. That's the worst. That's the worst thing in the world to me, to have to go to a store and try to find something cute so I can look good and not stick out like a sore thumb at a party. That's the last thing I should be thinking about right now. But it's the only thing on my mind. So that's one. That's before we even get to the party. We get to the day of the party now. All of the clothes situation, that happens before. That's just a constant thing that goes on. So now we're at the day of the party. Day of the party, you get ready, you're with your friends. You go to somebody's house maybe. You start to get ready. You finally picked an outfit after looking through your closet for 5 hours. You've probably gone to Forever 21, H&M, kicking yourself in the butt because you didn't get that top off of Pretty Little Thing. It's a whole ordeal. I feel you, girl. So we get to the day of the party. You Uber or Lyft, because, people have preferences. You Uber or Lyft to your friend's house, or they all come to your house. Then there's this, preconceived notion that you're supposed to have beverages for the people when you get to the house. I don't know about y'all, but if I have water before I go out, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going anywhere. It's so exhausting. Honestly, I'd rather do that than go to the actual party, if I'm being completely honest. I'd rather hang out with my friends, get cute, maybe take a picture or two, and then stay in the house and, order, I don't know. What do people order? Takeout? I don't know. Chinese? Who knows? But I'd rather do that than go to some party. We didn't even get to the party yet. There's, the list of the issues that I have with parties is extensive. And we're not even at the actual party part of it yet. But you get with your friends, you get ready, yada, yada, yada. Then there's the cost of the Lyft or Uber to the party. Now, this is the tricky part. Because it also depends on what type of friends are you going with to this party. Are you going with your friends? Like your core group of friends? Or are you going with your party friends? Or are you going with people that you know, acquaintances, associates, if you will? Those are the 3, I guess, friend groups that we can talk about. So the first group is your associates. The associates, the paying of the service, the vehicle service to and from the party is a very tricky subject. I'm very much so I'll go by myself type of person. However, that's very dangerous. I know. Please, don't start. But it's just so, it's a tricky situation. Especially if you don't know everybody that's there, and then you end up footing the entire bill. And then you have to look around like, so who's going to pay me back? When can I expect the $7 for this lift? Do you do it when you get to the place? Do you do it the morning after? I struggle with this. It's one form of confrontation that I just can't deal with. And then you have your core group of friends. That's my favorite because we already have established rules. One person does to, one person does from, period. That's which, we may switch out a person every time we go out if you have a larger group of friends. But for the most part, it's just me and one of my other friends. That's like my road dog, my ride or die. We do everything together. We usually just do it that way. I love that. That situation is perfect for me. And then you have your party friends. Now, your party friends are the people that you have consumed water with before you left for the party. They're already bent up out of shape. But you being the responsible one, i.e. someone like me, who needs to make sure that they are good no matter what, tends to foot the bill. And they usually pay you back. You don't usually have to ask. And that one is a little easier. I think my worst is the associates. Because it's completely awkward when you have to ask for your money back. Unless they just give it back to you. Which, in that case, that part is null and void. And then going with associates is fine. But in my experiences, you kind of have to look around and be like, okay, so when am I going to get my money back? So now that we paid for the Uber or Lyft, we're at the party. Why is it packed like sardines in this party? I am confused. What is the point of this? Why is everyone here? Go home. Matter of fact, y'all can stay. I'll go home. Because there's no reason why the entire student body is in this one house party. It makes no sense. It's hot. My weave starts to sweat. I start to sweat. My friends who have consumed water are annoying me. The music is in my scalp. It's ingrained in my scalp. I can feel the thumping in my skull. Don't get me started on the smell. The pushing, the shoving, the screaming. I am already a soft-spoken person. I shouldn't have to completely strain my voice just to tell my friend I saw someone she knows across the room and we should go say hi. It's ridiculous. Parties are the worst. Halloween parties, I've personally never been to one. I've personally never actually been to an actual Halloween party where I have to dress up. I've been to costume parties. That's fine. No, it's not, because I have to figure out a costume, which is also annoying. But that's a little easier because I usually go for the same one. But for the most part, I've never actually been to a Halloween party before, so I imagine that it's the best of both worlds, ? Like, I'm pretty sure a Halloween party is just a glamorized costume party, but, what do I know? But yeah, so I've just been watching people go to these parties, and I'm like, wow, must be nice. But I also just gave like a full dissertation as to why I hate parties. Oh, we didn't even talk about leaving the party. How am I supposed to get out of this house? We just established that it's packed. I am 4'11". There is no way I can push through the gaggle of people that are just jumping. Oh my God, mosh pits. Let's talk about it. So, for homecoming one year, we had a very prominent artist. I won't say who. But there was a mosh pit on the floor. Now, for a little backstory on this, a friend of mine and I were like, we're going to get there really early so we can have the best spots, so we can see everything, because we're both really little. Worst mistake we could have ever made. We were in the front, it was great, it was going good, and then all of a sudden they started a mosh pit in the middle of the floor. Now, it's one thing to like be kind of closer to the mosh pit, but we were by the gates. So imagine there's a stage, and then there's the gate, the barricade, the first barricade, and then the first slew of people. Imagine you standing right in front of the barricade, and behind you, they start the mosh pit. The pushing to open up the mosh pit while you're standing at the barricade, the anxiety that I felt during that period of time, I've never felt in my entire life. I thought my life was going to end. I was terrified. I literally had to climb the barricade and find higher ground. And since then, I've never been on the floor at a show or concert ever again. Because that experience was literally the worst ever. So scary. I don't even know how we got here. We'll figure it out when I play it back. But anyway, back to Halloween. So yeah, I kind of just stayed in the house. Didn't really do much. I watched A Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh my God. Did we see Billie Eilish singing Sally's song? Let's talk about Billie Eilish. This is all over the place, but I don't really care. Let's talk about Billie Eilish for a second. That girl, well, she's a woman, kind of. She's 19. We'll say young lady. That young lady is so talented. I don't even. Okay, I can't. Like, she's just so good. I remember in I want to say 2016 or 2017. I don't remember. But I heard Ocean Eyes. And I thought, this girl sounds like Lana. As in Lana Del Rey. Like, she sounds like all those type of girlies. Like the Melanie, well, maybe not Melanie Martinez. But like in that genre. Like the Melanie Martinez, the Lana Del Reys, those sort of people. The alternative sort of girlies. And I was like, I kind of like her. I didn't really fully get into her. Because I didn't like the fact that she was getting so much clout. That's what I tend to do. I tend to steer away from people that are really, really popular because I like to be quirky and different. But I remember really liking that song. And then Bury a Friend came out, and the dancer in me was just like, yes, this is what we needed. This is what the girls needed. Thank you. And then Bad Guy came out, and then she skyrocketed into like success oblivion, and I was just like, oh well, there she goes. But then Happier Than Ever came out, and I was like, hold on, I misjudged her. And then I watched her documentary and I was like, hold on. I really like this girl. Like, I really like her. And I was like, okay, period. But I want to know, like, is it weird to be in your 20s, your 30s, 40s, liking teenagers? Like, not liking teenagers, because obviously that's wrong. But, like artists. Like, teenage music artists. Like, I remember when Justin Bieber was like, Justin, well, he still is like Justin Bieber, but like when it, like, My World 2.0, My World, that era of Justin, I was like living for it. But I was of that age group. Well, what's the word? I was in the targeted demographic. There we go. But now that I'm older, I'm like, is it weird to like Billie? Now, granted, she's only, what, like, I don't know, maybe 2.5 years, maybe 3 years younger than me. Like, she'll be 20 in, what, uh, soon, like, December, maybe? I don't know. I don't really know her birthday. But I know she's turning 20 soon-ish. So I was like, is it weird for me to like her? Because she's so much younger than me? And I was like, do all, like, young adults in their early 20s feel like this? Like as far as, like, music and liking artists that are younger than them, do they feel weird? Or is it just me? It might be just me. But, yeah. Happier Than Ever. Such a good album. Go stream. Also, let's get into Phineas, because I feel like y'all be playing Phineas. Y'all be making him a supporting character when he's definitely a main character. He definitely deserves the main role in his own little movie. It's really annoying how you guys do him. That man is phenomenal. His album, Optimist, it's a 10 out of 10 bop. There are no skips on that album. Around your neck, my neck, I don't know. I don't remember. Let me check. Let's see. I know it's around something, but let me check. Sorry. You may hear the beeping. I'll fix it in post. Let's see. Around my neck. There we go. Around my neck that he made about his girlfriend, who I love on YouTube, by the way, Claudia Salewski. Is that how you say her name? Maybe. Claudia, she's fire. She's one of my comfort YouTubers. She's so good. But yeah, Optimist by Phineas, go stream. I don't know what you're doing if you don't. But yeah, him and his sister are absolutely fire. Yeah. Back to her Sally song performance though. It was so good. Like, she did that so well. She sounds so mature now. Like, even, like, I'm sure she recorded songs for Happier Than Ever, like, a while ago, but it sounds so good now. Like, her voice is so pretty. I'm just like, wow, go off, sis, as you should. It's so good. I wonder if they'll release that song. Because it's so fire. What else can we talk about? What's going on in the world? Harry Styles just had his 2 concerts at Madison Square Garden. I don't want to talk about it. Well, I kind of have to talk about it. I don't have to talk about it, but, whatever. It was so good. The costumes that he picked. First of all, this man was freaking Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. How iconic. That man said there's no place like home. Like, it was so good. He did it so well. I don't really know what the second costume was. I didn't get it, but I'm sure if I know what the reference is, I'll be like, oh, that's really good. But night one of HARRYWEEN was so fire. So fire. It's like, as you should. Halloween. I saw this post by this Instagram guy that I follow. His name is Matt. Matt, let me see. Matt. Basically, while I look for this, he was saying that Halloween is a very gay holiday because of all the cross-dressing. And I was like, I never even thought of that. That's so crazy. Okay, so his name on IG is MattXIV. And his name is Matt Bernstein. Bernstein. But he basically is saying in the post, I read it. You can thank the LGBTQ community for making Halloween what it is today. And honestly, I see it. He basically talks about how Halloween is a gay holiday because many places used to have anti-cross-dressing laws, and Halloween was the only night you could be in public dressed however you wanted without legal persecution. And I was like, now that I think about it, you're absolutely right, because nobody bats an eyelash at anybody for what they wear on Halloween. Which really just irritates me a little bit, because it's like, I don't understand why we have such an issue with what men wear and what women wear. Like, let people wear what they want. Like, who are you to tell people what they can and cannot wear? I don't understand it. Like, you can wear pants, can't you? What? It's not like they're, like, not wearing shorts under the dresses or skirts that they wear. Like, come on now. It's so irritating how people just, like, put these social constructs on clothing. Like, the same way they put, like, I don't know, specific colors on specific genders. It's like, girl, bye. My favorite color is literally brown. I don't even like pink. Like, what? Majority of my closet is brown, black, blue, gray, and, like, I have a few pieces of white. Well, not a few pieces, but, like, white stuff, too. I had to force myself to buy a purple shirt when I was in New York in September. Like, please, stop with that. But, like, little boys can't wear pink or can't like the color pink. Who designated the color pink to girls? Like, point me to the person. Show me who did it. Because I would like to know. And why is it automatically gay for that to be the case? Stop it. Please. Stop forcing people to conform to your weird stereotypes and constructs. The kid is literally 8. Thank you and good night. It just drives me crazy. I can talk about it forever. But I won't. Because, honestly, and also, I just want to say, as this being my first sort of podcast, talk, saying things, etc., a lot of this is just my opinion, okay? my opinion. My opinion can be wrong. Of course. I can definitely not have all the facts. Of course I can't have all the facts. I'm one person. Can I read things? Absolutely. But for the most part, it's just my opinion. Just like everybody has their own opinion, this is mine. You have your feelings, I have mine. Like, I don't understand. Please. Thank you. All feelings, some facts. That should be a segment. All feelings, some facts. Not all facts. Some. Because it's like, what the heck? I don't know. I just feel like growing up, we're taught this one linear way of thinking about things. And we get so stuck in that mindset that we don't try to like learn about things and try to explore things and figure out what they are. It's like, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because it's like, I wanna like be a citizen of the world and not just my little area of life, like area of my little bubble. Well, not area, but like in my little bubble. I want to know things. I want to understand other people. I don't know, man. It frustrates me when we just don't try to see different point of views. And like, even if you don't agree with the whole color thing or cross-dressing thing, I still would like to know why. But like, you have to like have stuff to back it up though. That's why I said some facts. You know? Like, I can give you like the baseline of what I know, and then if you feel so inclined, you can go and research it further. I know I do that. Like, even with like, I saw this post. Well, it's not a post, but like I saw this article about this school district in Colorado, who are like fuming over the critical race theory, and I'm just like, why? And I like clicked on the link to like their page, like their petition page to like stop critical race theory from being taught in schools, and I was just like, this is so interesting that they believe that teaching anti-racist rhetoric in classes is in fact racism itself. Like, that's what it said. And I was just like, that's so interesting to me that you think that. Because it promotes, I guess, anti-whiteness, or I don't know. Like, it demonizes white people, I guess. I don't know. But it was just so interesting to like see their point of view and to like try to understand. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that statement that, you know, it's racist to teach critical race theory, but I don't know. It was just interesting to me. I think that teaching our kids that, first of all, a lot of places don't even teach about slavery or teach about the black experience in America. So it's like, isn't that racist too? But like, you expect little black kids to learn about like the Christopher Columbuses, the Karl Marxes, the Louis the 14ths, the Eisenhowers, the Clintons, like the Bushes, you know, the Reagans of it all. I don't know. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Maybe if somebody hears this and opposes critical race theory, can like explain it in comments or something, because I don't understand, and I would like to understand. I may not necessarily agree with you when you explain it, but like at least I'll understand where you're coming from, and go from there. But it's also a part of like, I'm free to express what I want my kid to learn and what not to learn. But it's also a thing where it's like all of our forefathers and everybody of importance is white. So it's like, how can we take them out of the curriculum if they're technically like what the curriculum is built on? That part I understand. But like, there's more to the Black experience than just the Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, the Civil Rights Movement. Like, there are Black leaders as well. There's minority leaders all across the board. It doesn't even have to be Black people. It can be Asian people, Latino people. Ooh, Latin people. Latino people, Hispanic people. I don't know. But it's interesting to me to like think about critical race theory in schools and the debate over it. I really would like to hear the other side's perspective firsthand, not reading it, but like firsthand. How long have we been going? 37 minutes? I mean, we can go a little longer. So yeah, critical race theories in schools, social constructs, all that. I had somebody text me one time asking me about pronouns. And I mean, I would say that I'm okay at explaining it. I'm not the best, but I tried to do it to the best of my abilities. And well, this person is not the only person that says this, but like the generation that I am a part of, the Gen Z generation, Generation Z, whatever you want to call it, we have this rep for being too sensitive about certain things. And I'm just like, I don't think it's sensitive. I think we're just like realizing that there's more to the story than just black and white. There's more to it than just one way to think of things. I think we're bending the mold and changing the narrative of what it means to be a human being who wants to express who they are and be their most authentic self. I think there's absolutely no problem with that, because I've seen too many times people hating themselves for who they are. It's really sad, and it hurts to see that happen to people that you love and that you care about. So I have absolutely no problem with somebody being their authentic self. It's strange to me how people can be so upset at that. And I don't want to get too much into a community that I'm not a part of. But I also, realize that there's a lot there that even I, a person who loves that community, loves the people who are in that community like they're my own family, like they're my blood, I love them to death. And it bothers me when I see people coming at them for being who they want to be. Like, it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. So I don't think it's sensitive. I think we just are tired of the bare minimum. And we're tired of feeling afraid. When I say we, I mean the generation that I'm a part of. The 1997 to 2001, I think. I think that's the years. I could be wrong. It could be longer than that, but I know it starts in 97. I was born in 99, so. Also, last thing. Well, maybe not the last thing. I'll probably talk about more. But another thing with that, too, is can we talk about how kids born between 97 and 99 are like smack dead in the middle of this thing. Like, up until maybe a couple months ago, maybe a little longer than that, probably close to a year. Yeah, maybe a year. I always thought I was a millennial. I always said that I was a millennial. I always claimed to be a millennial. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh shoot, I'm actually in Gen Z. But it didn't feel like I was in Gen Z because everything that millennials were doing, the movies, the toys, the clothes, all of that, the music, all of it, I was fully immersed in my younger years. I think the best years of, well, I won't say the best years of my life because my life isn't over, but up until this point, the best time that I've had is between 2003 to 2008, 9. Maybe even going up to 10, 11, 12. 2003 to 2012 were the golden years up until this point. It was so carefree. I was so happy. That's when all the Cheetah Girls and High School Musical and all of these things like B2K, Mindless Behavior, OMG Girls, all of these staples. I take that back. I take the years back. 1997 to 2000, 2001. I feel like the term Gen Z is very strange because we got all of the things that they got. I had a Game Boy. You're not, Game Boys are not exclusive. I can't think of any of the other shows. Dragon Tales. I don't, the girl, I can't remember the name. Teletubbies. A lot of, these shows, Blue's Clues. Steve. I cried when I saw that video of Steve. I was like, dude, don't do that. I don't know. I just feel like there's this weird sort of negative connotation when it comes to Gen Z. Because it's we're the generation that's changing how everything is viewed. And okay, let's be honest. Millennials were doing it. Let's not get that twisted. Millennials were definitely doing it. It's grown tremendously now. But it's been going on for quite a minute, honestly. And even honestly before not Gen Z, before millennials. Drag queens have been a thing since I don't even know. Drag queens are literally so prominent in culture that we don't even know. All those competition songs that these girls dance to, Like, those are like, half of them are drag queens. like they're so like, I feel like if I say backbone of culture, I'm going to get in trouble because black people are definitely the backbone of culture. But that's a different conversation. But like, well, okay. I feel like drag queens get a lot of their stuff from black culture. But a lot of people do. So that's like, what's new? You know what I mean? But like, for them, like, I don't know. As far as like gender conformity and all that stuff, drag queens are most definitely like the pioneers of it. I don't know about pioneers, but like, yeah, they're a huge part of it. There we go. You don't gotta be a drag queen to, you know, to be the thing. Like I said, all opinions, some facts. Yeah. That's kind of just how I see it, though. It's you know, we love that. We love it. We love that. We love Gen Z. We're not sensitive. We're just tired of people being afraid to be themselves. I saw this thing. I don't remember. There's like a statistic. It's like, this is like, I think it was like the conversation of, oh, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like this statistic where it's like majority of the kids that are coming out now are in Gen Z. And then like the second highest would be like Millenials. And I was like, this is so cool. This is so cool to see people wanting to share with the world who they are and not be afraid and just, you know, just like kick all the hatred out. Like, just love people, you know? Just be happy with who you are. And everything else will fall in, well, I don't know about everything else will fall into place, but like, just be happy with who you are. I love that. I think that's so important. Because mental health is mental health is another conversation. I feel like I'm like completely rambling. But like the mental health piece of that is so interesting. Okay. I don't think it's that's what it is. I don't think it's sensitive. I think people are realizing that not being able to be who you are is completely detrimental and will ruin your mental health. And I think that as Gen Z in this generation, we are prioritizing our mental health and our happiness and our mind and our soul and our spirit. And what that looks like is us doing us. If you don't understand it, read a book. Like, you know what I mean? Like pick up a book, sweetheart. Like, if you don't understand something, read. If you don't care to understand it, I can't help you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this generation is sensitive. I think the generations before this generation are super duper sensitive to what this generation is trying to do. And that's the tea. I love myself. Look at that. I could probably get like a million comments being like, no. But hey. Lastly, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Lastly, I'm going to talk about what we're going to talk about in the next episode. Podcast number, whatever. I want to talk about, listen up, sweetie. This is what I want to talk about next episode. I want to talk about colorism, gatekeeping, and idolization in historically black colleges and universities. the reason I want to talk about this is because I've experienced all three. I also know people who have experienced all three. And it sucks. But I think it's a topic that needs to be talked about. And I feel like talking about it and making it known is super duper, like, importante. You know what I mean? Like, it's super duper important. Especially for my prospective HBCU students. I think I may say what school I go to in that episode to give more context as to why I'm saying what I'm saying in that episode. But for my new and prospective HBCU attendees, this is extremely important for you. Because I don't think we've ever talked about it. Like, especially in the school that I go to, I've yet to see anybody who has like a platform, or even like people, like I know people that go there talk about it in groups with their friends, but I never seen anybody publicly like talk about it. I actually might not tell you what school I go to just for that reason. But yeah. I really think it's an important topic to talk about. It may help somebody out there know what they're getting into, and also somebody who already goes to an HBCU feels like they're not alone in it, because girl, I feel you. Guy, I feel you. People, I feel you. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to talk about in the next episode. That one will be a video. Like I said in the beginning, your girl had to get her proposal done. Didn't have time to get all spruced up for this. But I wanted to get this out this week because I'm really excited about this. I've been wanting to do this literally since like high school. I'll give a brief backstory since I'm wrapping up. So I've been a podcast listener since I want to say I might have been maybe 16, 17. Yeah. I've been listening to podcasts for that long. So around 6 years. Maybe, no, yeah, 6. And I've always like felt like, all they do is talk about what they feel is relevant. They talk about how they feel. They talk about the thoughts that are going on in their head, what's been going on in their lives, what's been going on in the world. And they just sort of give their opinion on it. And I'm just like, I love that. I absolutely love that. But I've always wanted to do it with like another person, like a friend to like bounce off ideas with, because I feel like that's really fun. Like, when I've listened to podcasts and there's 2 hosts instead of 1, I really, really enjoyed it. But I don't know. All of my friends are bosses. They're girl bosses. They're not gatekeeping. They're not gatekeeping. They're girl bossing. Okay? And so I was like, yeah, I want to do it, but I don't have anybody to do it with. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. I've had so many ideas. I've been wanting to talk about so much and just sort of get my voice out there. And so like I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And so I got on Amazon, bought me a ring light and a mic. And I made a poster and an Instagram. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. It's going to be fun. People may listen to it. They may not listen to it. That's fine. But I want to do it, Just even if it's just to have like little voice recording diary. Like a diary for myself. Just to have it there So when I get older, I can look back and be like, wow, she was really stupid. She knows nothing. Or, wow, I was ahead of my time. But yeah, I wanted to do it, and I wanted to talk and like build a community of, people who think like me, who don't think like me, and are welcome to discussing certain topics. So yeah, this is the podcast. This is me just talking about things and just getting my voice heard by like 2 people. But it is what it is. I'm an introverted extrovert. I have a handful of people that I know and love. Shout out to all my girls. I love you guys. My Joffrey girls, my Cheer girls, my Spellmanites. I love you. Ooh, I name dropped. No, I didn't. I didn't name drop. My Spellmanites, all my Clarkettes, my Men of Morehouse, the fam, you gang, the NCAT gang, Lincoln U. I'm naming all the HBCUs. Can you tell that I go to an HBCU? I go to an HBCU, a historically black college. For those who don't know what that is, you'll learn about it in the next episode. But yeah. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to your families. I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to start just rambling now. What time are we at? We are at an hour. Oh, well, almost an hour. That's kind of lit. We love that. So, yeah. I will see you. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one because that one will be a video. I really just wanted to get this one up because I wanted to start creating content. And I just wanted to catch a vibe. See how I would feel doing it. And I really like it. I knew I would, but this is even better than I imagined. Even if only a handful of people ever hear it, I'll know that I had it for myself, and that's all I can ask for. But if there's more than a handful of people that listen to it, hey y'all, subscribe, bell notifications, all that good stuff. I'll post a snippet on the Instagram page so you can hear what I'm saying. Hey, besties. I promise you it's not going to be as scatterbrained as it is right now. I promise. But I just wanted to get it up and to say, hey, y'all. Hey. HBCU fam. Prospective HBCU students. Non-HBCU students. We love that. People who aren't students, period, who are girl bossing, and guy bossing and people bossing. Hey, how are you guys? My name is Ashanti. How are you? We love that for you. Welcome to the gang. Yeah. I'm going to stop now. So, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.